Okay, so do you know the tiger is the biggest cat in the world? No, seriously, my friend. It's also the most powerful hunter in the entire feline family. That means stronger than the lion, smarter than the cheetah, and way calmer than that frantic cat jumping around your house. A tiger can eat over 30 kilograms of meat in a single meal. Listen up, pal. He could eat you and all your friends and still be hungry. But life for the tiger isn't just about massive muscles and a terrifying look. He lives alone. No protective pride, no friends to lean on. His life is like someone living on the ground floor, waking up every day to a fight outside, only to suddenly find himself being the one arrested. In today's video, we're going to follow the journey of Ragnar the king. From a hesitant cub who didn't know how to act to a seasoned professional hunter, we'll see the crazy challenges he faces and the tough decisions that could change his fate in a single moment. So focus up, my friend, because this isn't a cartoon movie. This is the jungle, man, and survival belongs to the strongest, the smartest, and the fastest. And of course, all of this is based on a completely comedic and absurd premise. With no further ado, let's jump in. The story begins in a den somewhere. You can imagine it anywhere in South or East Asia. But what's certain is this den is in the heart of the jungle. And there, we find a female tiger, Sarah, who has just given birth to her 4 cubs, Grit, Hunter, Luna, and Ragnar. Today, our focus is on Ragnar. Ragnar is facing a tough challenge from day one. Why, you ask? Already? Because the survival rate for tiger cubs is only 50%. Don't worry though, his mom had 3 others to increase his chances of survival anyway. Right now, you and your siblings have all of her attention. She's nursing you and only gets up for a quick drink of water or a bite to keep her going. She licks you constantly to stimulate your blood circulation, and she even eats your waste to hide your scent from other predators. After a few weeks, you decide to open your eyes and see the light for the first time. The world is beautiful, right, buddy? Yes, it is. 4 weeks in, Ragnar, your mom starts leaving you a bit to go out and hunt a good meal. By the time you're 8 weeks old, she brings you back your very first prey to try, and Ragnar gets hooked on the taste from the first bite. At this age, you're seeing clearly and you start going out with her, exploring the territory. But mom decides to change locations and build a new den. You know, a little change and a bit of stealth for the job. The good news is, most animals won't mess with you. Your mom is a massive tiger, not one to be played with. But there are still risks, like male tigers, who could even be his father. X marks the spot. No one knows the other and there's no mercy. But you're still a kid and you don't care. So you spend your time playing with your siblings and learning how to get through the day. At 16 weeks, look at you, little Ragnar. You've grown and are walking long distances with your mom, but you still depend on her for food and milk. Anyway, at 6 months from the day you opened your eyes, you're now fully eating meat, but you have to learn to hunt yourself. Your mom teaches you the basics and you get your first lesson in the skill of stealth, the fundamental skill for any tiger in their jungle journey. You start exploring all of your mother's land, and with time, you grow up and become a little more independent. Ragnar is almost a year old. Now he can hunt small animals himself, birds, a little gazelle, that kind of thing. But he's still close to his mom. But as the saying goes, practice makes a As he approaches 2 years old, Ragnar and his siblings notice the jungle isn't big enough for everyone, and the competition between them starts to heat up. Their mother, Sarah, on the other hand, sees that they are ready. They make the decision that everyone should go find a new place. Before he leaves, he remembers how they got through all those challenges even when the odds were against them. Now, Ragnar, you're an independent tiger. You've traveled a distance the length of Ireland to find your own land. And as soon as you arrive, hunger hits you hard. Let's go, buddy. Let's find something to eat. You're the best for cheering me up. You really are. The next day, Ragnar tries to find any small bite to curb his hunger. He spots a small monkey goofing around on the ground and starts to creep closer. As soon as he's in the right range, Ragnar leaps 6 meters like a rocket, bites its neck, breaks its spine, severs the spinal cord, and holds onto it until it calms down and stops moving. Good job, Ragnar. Now you've secured enough food for a few days. One day, while you're roaming the area, you notice some markings and hear a loud roar coming from far away. Not a good sign, man. Then you see some movement in the trees and think, sweet, a tasty bite to give me energy in case something happens. So you calm down and creep closer, slowly, one step at a time, only to suddenly discover that these are humans and they're hunting. But Ragnar, the smart devil, knows what to do and manages to escape them. Thank goodness, you got away safely. Be careful, Ragnar, because your body is wanted on the black market and every piece of you sells for money. But you're still not safe, my friend. Remember that roar we heard earlier? Oh, right, I totally forgot. Snap out of it, Ragnar, my brother, because this territory probably already has an owner. And there he is. You look up and he's right in front of you. He starts giving you the threat face, basically telling you, back off. So, without thinking, you play nice. Immediately, you roll onto your back and show him your belly. Just like that, he's the master and you're the respectful, compliant guest. But hey, it's not the end of the line. Anyway, Ragnar starts moving, eating, sleeping, training, and growing until he reaches 4 or 5 years old if you're male, or 3 or 4 if you're female. Now, my friend, you are officially a full-grown tiger ready for battle. You're sitting in your territory, the food is scarce, and there's no room for two. And sure enough, the battle begins. Biting, scratching, and roars that shake the rocks. But in the end, you're the one left standing, and the battle is over, in your favor. Now, champ, you have 2 choices. Finish him off, or let him live. You already killed about 100 animals last year, so come on, one more will make a difference. Just go for it and finish it. But Ragnar decides to spare him in an unprecedented dramatic move. Honestly, even I didn't know he was going to do that. All hail Ragnar, the one with the good heart. And just like that, you are the star. You've got a massive territory, and it really is massive. Your land, Ragnar, can reach an area of 60 to 100 square kilometers, the size of countries like the Vatican, Monaco, Tuvalu, and San Marino combined, maybe even bigger. Can you imagine the power of this creature, my friend? Anyway, you start moving through your land like a crowned king, scratching trees, spraying your urine here and there, and leaving your gifts on the path. And the gifts here are feces and some anal secretions. This is how he marks his territory. Great, let's go hunt, you beast. Let's go. You stalk, sir. You leave a mark, you lower your body, and you approach quietly, and boom! You leap 9 meters, bring down the buffalo, bites its neck, clamp onto it with your powerful hand, and hold on until it's over. You're really proud of yourself, acting all tough, huh? You decide to celebrate by opening your throat and swallowing 30 kilograms of meat in one go. But there's still a lot of food left, so you take the rest and hide it among the tall grasses. A whole month passes, full of fights with other animals, leaving a few scratches and bruises on your body. But thank God, a little licking with your antiseptic-like saliva, and the wounds close up and heal perfectly, as if nothing happened. Claws and teeth, just like you'd imagine, God gave you some serious tools to help you become a ferocious predator. From your round yellow eyes that see 6 times better than humans in the dark, to your knife-like teeth, to your huge paws, to your orange and black striped coat with a pattern unique to you. And actually, the orange color might not seem like good camouflage, but most of your prey sees it as green. So, it works out.
Now, Ragnar, you've reached the stage where your body is telling you it's time to get married. And that means a long journey awaits you. You could go 2 weeks without food before you're actually in danger of starving to death. So you need to eat something fast. You look around and find a new farming village has appeared next to your territory. Perfect. From there, my friend, you can hunt some tasty livestock, or even humans if things get really desperate. But as soon as you get close, you feel something is off. You feel like someone is watching you. Something looks suspicious, you know? But you keep getting closer and closer, and there's no movement. Okay, the livestock is right there. Go ahead. So you approach cautiously with a suspicious look and walk around the place. But suddenly, the human hunters try to ambush you, boss. Oh no, it doesn't look like this will be easy. Be careful of them, my friend, because they are humans, and I know them. If they set their mind on you, they won't let up. So you escape again and go hunt a little pig, just something light. But while you're eating, who is this, boss? How did she enter your territory? And what are those kids? Many questions are running through your head, but forget it. Don't ask. Give her some food and show her your mean face, and she'll take herself and her kids and leave. Anyway, back to the journey to find a mate. Since you're male, You go looking for a female in a crossroads or intersection area of territories, and you might even need to travel farther. Females' territories are usually only about 20 square kilometers, so you head towards the edges of your area and look for a scent that tells you a female is ready. But suddenly, while you're strolling along, you cross paths with another predator. He's much smaller than you, but this type, like leopards and others, usually avoid a fight with you, sticking to small prey so they don't get in your way. And you, my friend, don't always get into pointless drama, but this time he was being totally obnoxious, so you decide to put him out of your way. It might seem cruel, but the role of organisms in the natural system is important. You maintain the balance of numbers and don't let one thing overpower another, so the cycle stays correct. Anyway, you continue your journey, passing through areas with people and crossing a wide river, up to 3 kilometers wide. You do this using your broad paws. You continue on this journey until you pick up the scent of a ready female. Now, if you're a female, you constantly leave scent markers with distinctive urine, and you roar a lot, a lot. As soon as a male catches the scent, he starts moving toward you. If both of you are comfortable with each other, then great. You spend 5 or 6 days having some fun, and then he leaves you to do all the heavy lifting alone. Anyway, there's no specific mating season, but it happens during those 5 or 6 days. As soon as you feel the vibe is right, you get straight into it. 3 months or a little more after that, you find a good lair or den and give birth to the kids. It's usually 2 to 4 cubs, but sometimes it reaches 6 or 7. It's up to chance who lives and who dies. And just like Sarah did, you stay with them a lot at first, then start leaving them bit by bit until you bring them prey yourself. At the same time, you protect them, show them the jungle, and teach them to hunt. After about 2 years, everyone goes their separate ways, and happy trails. Then you return to being alone again, eating, sleeping, and living the same cycle from the beginning. Peace out. You, my dear, Ragnar hasn't changed much since he left his mate 2 years ago. But you're one of the lucky ones, Ragnar, my friend. You've reached 16 years old, and you're still on your feet. You've grown old, but you still rule the jungle with an iron fist. You're munching on some fruit for vitamins. It doesn't taste great, maybe because you can't even taste sweetness. Suddenly, you smell a strange scent and quickly turn around. You knew this moment was coming. Someone is here to take your land. You put on your action face, boss, and let out a world-shaking roar. But suddenly... I told you to be careful, man. Peace out, everyone.